And then I tried to do some calcs a bit off stream as well, just to sort of, what's the right word, validate those initial reaction emotions. And I was right. Yeah, it looks like fucking shit for this. If I can't handle this Ninetales, I'm not sure how I can do the rest of this gym. We shall have to work it out. We'll maybe have to ball out a little bit harder than I maybe want to have to ball out in this gym. We shall see. What's so annoying about it, right, is that there's this Magmar that it leads with, which is infinitely easier to handle. Like, I can just like outspeed and kill this with a billion different things. And then most of them bait in the Ninetales, and then I just can't one-shot it, and I also can't switch out and switch into something else that can one-shot it. Like, if I should look at my the color diagrams for my Pokemon, like, I actually just have nothing that outspeeds and kills it. The closest I have is Sharpedo, who can do it after a little bit of chip, maybe some overheat chip, but you can only come in on extrasensory, and it's actually really hard to bait extrasensory, right? Because there's nothing except maybe Tentacruel, but Tentacruel can also bait Solar Beam because of Solar Beam AI. Basically, you can only guarantee that it's not going to be Solar Beam if you're showing it a resist, right? Or an immunity, but that doesn't exist. Which is really, really awkward. Like, Tentacruel is probably would be my best answer, except for the fact that Extrasensory being its highest damaging move, and Extrasensory is a flinch move, means I can't just like Mirror Coat it, because what if I get flinched, right? So it's just really awkward. But I have so many options for the Magmar is what's really annoying about it. And then I just have to sort of work it out from there. I was thinking Hitmonlee is the correct lead. I outspeed by 1. Dude, this thing being plus attack, 31 attack, this Earthquake does unbelievable damage. This then baits the Ninetales, but it is actually going for Overheat. Well, it's Overheat or Solar Beam, so maybe this isn't the right one to lead with. I mean, I could pre-damage to make sure it's always Overheat. But yeah, I don't know what I then do is the problem. An alternative is using Blaziken, right? Blaziken, if I kill with Magmar with Superpower, right? I'll get put to 71.4%. This is then, again, the Ninetales for Extrasensory. But it is guaranteed Extrasensory. It's highest damaging move, and Solar Beam can't be clicked because it's resisted. And then I can do like a Sharpedo pivot, get a Solar Beam, guaranteed, because I'll be coming in for free, baiting Solar Beam, because it sees a kill, right? This is how Solar Beam AI works. Yeah, if the move, it does have kill AI, it just doesn't have highest damaging move AI. It's really weird. I could then take that Solar Beam with something that maybe wants to come in. Like, I was thinking Arcanine is probably my correct thing to try to 1v1 this with. Like maybe Silk Scarf Arcanine, take a Solar Beam. I can then take an Overheat crit nearly all the time. If it is a crit, then it will have taken enough recoil damage to definitely be dead to the follow-up Body Slam. But even if it doesn't crit, I've got a really good range to kill it with 2 Body Slams plus 1 Overheat recoil. So I think this is probably the line. Arcanine unfortunately then baits Camerupt, but it should see Earthquake kill, right? And then I can just do something like Whiscash. Well, Whiscash can always come into this thing. Outspeed and kill with Earthquake, which will then bait guaranteed Solar Beam out of the Torkoal. But the Torkoal is a little awkward as well, because I don't really have anything that one-shots it. Technically my golem does, but I don't have any XP left to use my golem at all in this gym. I mean, I could use it for this fight, but I'd rather maybe save it if I can avoid it. But it's guaranteed solar beam, so what can I use to beat this then? What? This is male list Torkoal. What is my tentacruel? It's female, so it can be attracted. I mean, I could try to toxic it, but I don't think I've got anything which can sort of comfortably sit. Maybe Macargo, actually. If I can... What's my gender as my Macargo? Are you male? Because if you're male, then I can sit in front of it with Macargo and just recover stall. Where's my Macargo? There it is. You're also female, of course you are. Maybe Gyarados? What's my Gyarados' gender? You're male. Okay. We could do something there. Honestly, Gyarados seems okay, just in general. I can get some chip down at least. I would intimidate it, which, nah. I mean, intimidating it would help with Tentacruel beating it. Like if I do like Gyarados, if I do Gyarados Tentacruel as my backup, as for this thing, and then I've still probably got like Blaziken as backup. Honestly, and Whiscash can probably come into... Well, you can't come into Overheat, really. But, like, my Blaziken would be able to come into Solar Beam, for sure. And then, like, honestly can pick it up from a reasonable level. I don't know how I can guarantee Solar Beam, though. And you can't come into Overheat. This is the problem. Maybe it is Macargo. I am faster. It could be a Macargo plus Gyarados. Oh, Macargo plus Tentacruel. Because it, like, it will waste its time attracting, probably. Which will let me get some moves off with Macargo. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. I mean, this is a little bit of a Arcanine has to ball out moment, but I mean, it's Flannery's gym. Like, it's just the situation. Sometimes that's just what you have to do. Cash, where are you? You're at 41, that's fine. Cargo's at 41. Tenta. So I can take some guys up. Like, I'm gonna... How much XP does Sharpedo have? Not very much. Let's take Chicken at least up to 40. And I'm gonna do Tentacruel up to 41 as well. I'm probably being too conservative with Blaziken still. I do expect to bring him to most fight, pretty much every fight in this gym is the one thing though. So I want Silk Scarf on Arcanine. I think I get more value out of that than like any healing move, healing item. Oran. What is Whiscash doing? Kindler Jeff. 1 second. Whiscash just needs Oran. And then I want Cherry on both of these two because they could be taking body slams. They'll be being thrown out pretty randomly by this Torkoal. Which is why I'm also Cherry on Blaziken. I don't remember where any of the trainers are in this godforsaken place. Alright. I think this is Jeff. Let's go in. Okay. Nope. This is Jeff. There you go. Yeah, there's the Magmar. Okay. So we should outspeed and just kill this with superpower. We'll take 28% recoil. Yep, we're on 89 HP, which is always out of range of overheat, and always in not always in range of extra sensory, but extra sensory is guaranteed highest damaging move. And it can't solar beam because I have a resist in front of him. So this is always extra sensory. I have a range to kill with Sharpedo, which is why I can't take this kill. And it's not a very good one either. So this is now Soul Beam, which is what we want to get Arcanine in on. The idea here is with Silk Scarf, we can take a crit overheat nearly all the time, as long as the Solar Beam doesn't crit, which it doesn't. 2 body slams plus overheat recoil is a very, very, very good roll to kill. Plus we have like Para Chance and stuff, right? What item is this? Of course it's fucking Lumberry, isn't it? Yeah, everything's Lumberry. Okay, that's a decent roll. Unfortunately, yep, there's the Lumberry proc. That's an okay roll, probably mid. Here's the overheat. Do we live all crits in this position? Not quite. Yeah, we would have died to that. That was maximum roll, that was. Body Slam from my Arcanine, which maybe I should have taken up an extra level in hindsight. Does 40% minimum. I'm not convinced I have a kill on this. Did I need to be 42? It would have made it... Yeah, I really probably did. I was supposed to go an extra level on him. This is always overheat. Does pivoting Macargo do anything for me? I don't have a, we had a match at 5 o'clock and a match at 8 o'clock. So like we just sort of have to fucking, I don't know, fill my time. TM Awards. Is that what's on at the moment? I had no fucking clue. Is that genuinely on at the moment? As long as Hendo wins for biggest fail or whatever it is, then I don't mind. What's the right play? Is it maybe the right play here is Tentacruel on the overheat? I'll lose some HP for dealing with the Torkoal, but I actually just don't think I have a. I don't think I have a skill on Arcanine. It's 40% minimum. I just don't think that's guaranteed. But after an overheat recoil, Tenta's Sludge Bomb will be guaranteed. I have a giga bulky Tentacruel. Yeah. And my Tenta's fast as well. So I can outspeed and kill the Sludge Bomb. This should give me the fucking... camera up anyway, right? For for Earthquake, so it doesn't change anything about the line. Yeah, it sees kill with Earthquake, so this can never explode. We just go Whiskash, outspeed and kill with Earthquake. We're never dead to crit here. Does maximum 45%, so 90% with crit. There's the crit, that's fine. Does mean we're going to be having kind of random move out of this Torkoal. But shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, I'm going to be playing EK again after our match of SMS at 8 o'clock. So I'll probably just reboot back up. Is this completely random move? Is that the situation? There's like 2-3 rolls of Body Slam that don't kill, so it's effectively random move. So what's the right switch in then? It's Macargo. Solar Beam would be unfortunate, but not actually that too terrible. Okay, there you go, perfect. Body Slam would have been slightly better, but we don't mind. Okay, we are technically dead to some crit rolls. Like, half of crit rolls. I need to stay in and just get an Ancient Power down. I need damage on this thing. It's very likely to attract. Okay, it's Solar Beamed. Unfortunate, don't crit. Okay. It sees kill with like half of rolls. So I should recover. I'm faster. This will get me out of crit range. Eventually it will not Solar Beam. Because it's not guaranteed. It's not highest damaging move. Well. Oh, ouch. This could now at least now Body Slam. This could click anything now. But yeah. Because Solar Beam doesn't... This is really fucking unfortunate. Could you stop doing this? Solar Beam doesn't have highest damaging move AI. But it is fucking just spamming it for some reason. Okay, we're dodging every single crit in the world, but it... Also, I kind of assumed it would attract at least once. Dude, it's just not clicking attract. We're dead to some crit rolls, very few though. Okay, we should now be out of crit range. And it shouldn't see kill with Solar Beam. So now it could be doing something else. There's an attract, and we've made 0 progress. Oh, this thing is so awkward. Why does everything I have to be female? Okay, at least we got Macargo back healthy again. Okay, now you overheat. Piece of shit. Okay, I'm dead to a couple of overheat crit rolls. Also, pretty much all Body Slam crit rolls. I need to Toxic. Attract me? Attract. Unlucky, don't crit. Okay. This is now always Body Slam. Nope. It sees kills with always Overheat and Body Slam. Now we can at least go to Mag and try to do some... I probably should have done this first. Do some recover stalling. Eventually, we will now at least eventually win now that we've got this poison on it. Okay, I'm dead to crit. have to recover. Doesn't seem all that likely to click attract under these conditions, which is something I'm noticing. I thought attract would have been way more preferred than it is. Yeah, and here are all the overheats. See, it was spamming Solar Beam earlier. It's because he's the GOAT, that's why. Dude has played a lot of Trackmania today. He was doing fucking TSCC this weekend as well, right? Probably playing every single map in that as well. Okay, there's a crit, but this is fine. Mag is the GOAT. That was super fucking clutch, Mag. Yeah, I clocked it. I checked in for a little bit of TSCC. He was playing. Whew. Not very fun, but we made it. Hopefully, it gets a bit easier than that. This is a double explosion team, right? No, the Soul Rock doesn't have explosion. Neither does the camera up, actually. Okay. Not that bad, then. Rune Maniac Eli. Explode Soul Rock, Wheezing, Camerupt. This Wheezing is probably the scariest thing, right? Yeah, I just don't have a kill with my Zartu. Some of my fire types get really close, though. Honestly, my Arcanine probably beats it, just straight up. Okay, chicken on this Exploud, kill with... Honestly, I can kill with Charcoal Blaze Kick, even. What does that give me? It gives me Camerupt. Should be Earthquake. I should... This will always be Earthquake. This thing is perfectly safe, right? To just do kill with Whiscash again. Whiscash should give me Soul Rock, and it should be going for Solar Beam. How do I want to kill this Soul Rock? This Soul Rock is a bit spooky. Nothing's jumping out to me that I can use. How does Donphan do? Not well. Yeah, absolutely nothing is jumping out. How does Sharpedo do? Just doesn't do very much with Crunch. Soul Rock. Yeah. How's Black Glasses do? Even after Overheat Chip, doesn't quite pick it up. It's a bit awkward. Yeah, my Crawdon didn't get anywhere near either. At a different ocean of forever. So if I'm assuming it's always Solar Beam on the Whiscash, right? Do I have anything that can take a Solar Beam and bait consistent, like, Overheat? He said we had to take a solar beam and bait overheat. Like Morwile baits. Well, Morwile does intimidate it, actually. Yeah, Morwile does. So I could do like Morwile into Kabutops on the overheat, and then bait Solar Beam again, right? Into Morwile, and then it's another overheat, and I go Sharpedo kill. Because then after he's taken 2 overheats, 2 overheat recoil, 2.3% plus 7.4. Yeah, this is always a kill. And then it's just the Weezing left, which is going for Thunderbolt or Will-O-Wisp. I mean, I could do Arcanine pretty comfortably. I mean, yeah, Whiscash kind of fucking dumpsters this too. Does get really random moves though, which I don't actually like. It's probably just level 42 Arcanine, right? This is potentially random move, actually. You're coming in on overheat, right, Sharpedo? You'd be on like 71% min. Yeah, it could be Sludge Bomb, especially if I get crit by the Soul Rock. Thunderbolt or Sludge Bomb? Oh, Donphan just doesn't fucking do anything, bro. I mean, if I go Chicken on this Thunderbolt or Will-O-Wisp, I should get Sludge Bomb, and I can then go Morwile and get Flamethrower, which is what Arcanine wants to switch in on, right? And then Arcanine is safe. Yep. So I need to sleep my Arcanine for sure. Okay. Charcoal on Chicken. Just kills with Blaze Kick. Yep. We just need Oran on you. Oran on you, Oran on you, Black Glasses on you, and then Pecha on Arcanine. Nice, okay, let's go in. Oh, we're supposed to take Arcanine to 42, right? Well, I probably don't need to if I'm coming in on flamethrower, right? I should. Just in case the flamethrower I come in on crits. Trent on track last place. What, like, is this like LAN of the year or something? Like offline comp of the year, I assume? Yeah. Unfortunate. They wouldn't know class if something hit them round the face with it or something. I think it's here. Rear Maniac Eli? Yep. Okay, so instead of fighting move, we're going Charcoal Blaze Kick, which just straight up kills in Sun. Without recoil. Nice. This is Camerupt for Earthquake. Yep. Don't we also have a nick? We have like an emote for this, don't we? I thought we had an emote for Chicken. Interesting, we don't. I think we were going to get one. Everything else has one. Why is that? We'll sort that out in a bit. This is just Whiskash. Always Earthquake, can't Solar Beam because it's a resist. And we outspeed and kill with our own Earthquake. We are a Adamant Whiskash, so we have pretty good Earthquake damage in general. Although we are minus special attack, which means our Muddy Waters do fuck all. Yeah, this is Soul Rock, which is nice because this sees guaranteed Solar Beam because we're a quad resist and we're just dead anyway. So the idea was go more while, drop an Intimidate. This then can only be going for Overheat. Nice. The Intimidate reduces the Earthquake damage, which is extra helpful. This is Overheat, so we go Kabutops. We're doing this just to get a little bit of recoil chip damage on Soul Rock to clean up the range for Sharpedo. We go back to more while now on Solar Beam. Drops another Intimidate, but again, shouldn't matter. Okay, and now this is another Overheat. We go to Sharpedo, who's never dead to crit. This will cause it to do 7.4 to 9% recoil damage to the Soul Rock, which then should put it in range of Black Glass's Crunch from my Sharpedo, which is 90.4% minimum. Hope the maths is right. Nice. Last mon, Wheezing. Okay. We are at 83%, which means there are 2 Sludge Bomb rolls which kill, but this is nearly always Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt always kills. So we go Chicken. If it's Sludge Bomb, that's fine, we're not dead to crit. Okay, Thunderbolt. This now is guaranteed Sludge Bomb. Doesn't matter. We're still out of range of everything but Sludge Bomb. Even Sludge Bomb we're out of range. And it can't Will-O-Wisp because I'm a Fire type, so this has to Sludge Bomb. The idea is go more while. Gets a meaningless Intimidate. Well, not that meaningless actually. It reduces Sludge Bomb on my Arcanine. This is now Flamethrower into my Mawile. So we go Arcanine. Take the Flamethrower. And we should live Flamethrower crit into Sludge Bomb crit nearly all the time. But we definitely live Sludge Bomb crit. And Flamethrower is a decent range to kill from here anyway. Well, I say decent, 12.5%. we're never dead to crit. And we have Petra. Nice. Okay, the next two fights are back-to-backs, so I'm probably not going to be able to fight them before my Trapmania match. So I'll just take a look at them, have a think about what I might want to bring. But yeah, probably not going to be able to fight them anyway. I'll switch over to TM at quarter 2, so 5 minutes. So what are we thinking? Chicken is definitely coming to this fight, I feel. Superpower does so much recoil from this Blissey. Do I outspeed anything? This Blossom with anything? My Firo outspeeds it. I can actually beat this with Firo pretty consistently, even. 31 speed Firo coming in clutch. So do we do Thero then? I do just two-shot it. All it can really do is Sleep Powder substitute. Yeah, I'll always win. This would be the Blissey. Going for what? Ice Beam or Thunderbolt? Maybe you just do Hitmonlee then. Hitmonlee actually doesn't kill. I'm a little surprised to see that. At least not with Brick Break. My Breloom kills. I would need to come in on not Ice Beam though. This Vileplume outspeeds everything except Firo as well. I can't really beat both with Firo though. What's my next fastest Mon? Other than Firo. Love Disc, I guess. No, not quite. Do I have rid of nothing else that would outspeed? My Ninetales outspeeds actually. So yeah, maybe I bring Ninetales at 42. My Ninetales would outspeed the Blossom as well, actually. Who would you bait? You would bait Blissey. Going for what? Thunderbolt, always, actually. Which means you could do Breloom. Yeah, it's always out of range, and it's never Solar Beam because I resist. So it should be Thunderbolt. Go Breloom. Breloom would then bait Rapidash, which is fine. This Rapidash is maybe a little spooky. It's got pretty good coverage. You can't reliably Miracle. Well, you could if you pre-sleep Tenta. But again, that would need to scale Miracle, so I don't want to do that if I can avoid it. If I go 41 on Chicken, he outspeeds. That's an idea. Although, like, to be honest, I'm probably just dead to crit after Superpower Recoil plus everything. How does Sharpedo get? Not quite. But then Vileplume might be able to then come back in with Ninetales and beat So Ninetales can just take 2 for 1 in this first fight. Okay, we've got a little bit of this fight prepped. Alright. Okay. Cool. Hello. Yeah, my fucking Amuse Spotify tab thing in the bottom corner keeps bugging out on me recently. I need to find out why. Anyway, cool. So, shame stream had to die during SMS, but it's not like anyone missed anything. So, yeah. Well, we were in the middle of planning for the Colette Geraldine back-to-back was the idea. And I think I was finding that my Ninetales is actually kind of goated in this. I am... Because at 42, I outspeed both the Blossom and the Vileplume, even with Chlorophyll. How did your matches go today, Rob? Okay, so the idea was Ninetales beats the Blossom, baits Blissey going for Thunderbolt, right? Which gives you free switch for Breloom to kill. Breloom then baits Rapidash going for Heat Wave always. Yeah, we've got to play her. Well, probably Holy Dynasty next week because we lost our league, so we're in Div 3 playoffs. Are we in your playoffs then? Is that what that means? I guess so, right? Div 3 playoffs. Yeah, we're in Bruce's playoffs. Right? Because we lost Div 2. Team Trackiest. Where are you? Oh, you're down in Div 4. Ah, because Holy Dynasty got promoted out of yours, that's why. Right. We're in Bruce's, though, as well. Hey, Quibs. How'd your matches go today? Looks like you... Lost and won. Pretty decent. Yeah, dude, we've been getting smashed game in, game out of this competition, so it's not been overly fun, but what are you gonna do? Yeah. This Rapidash is kind of causing me a little bit of problem. My Tentacle doesn't quite beat it. Everyone taking SMS so seriously? Like, not us. You're not going to be playing Ascendo because we completely trolled Div 2. I say trolled as if we weren't expected to get our asses handed to us, but we did. How's the audio? It's working, yeah. What do I do on this Rapidash? How is Blaziken? If I can come in on a Solar Beam, even then I can't actually do it. Does my Arcanine not outspeed? No, it doesn't. 1 speed point slower. Sag. How does Macago do? Hypnosis means you're just not going to win this. Dude, same, Hendo. Also, really fucking hard maps. So you have to, like, train a lot as well to be good. That was my problem. I had expected I'd rock up to a comp where I could just put 2 hours in on a map and I'd be pretty competitive, but, like, yeah. 2 hours was just not enough time for me to be anywhere near Regu on bow, so. Let's think about this second fight. This Tangler is always going to outspeed you no matter what, right? Is this not where Chicken comes in? This thing's... I mean, Chicken completely stomps on it. Whereas, like, Ninetales is kind of at risk of AP Omni Boost. Then I can't actually... Then I don't actually kill with Flamethrower. Whereas Blaziken can do, like... Blaze Kick, Quick Attack, right? So we do need Blaziken anyway, I think. Blaziken then baits Nidoqueen for Earthquake. Dude, my own Hitmonlee is so fucking strong. It's crazy. This is non-stab. Piloswine actually nearly gets there. It's a shame he's just slower. Whiscash can nearly get it. Whiscash does okay. Honestly, it doesn't quite get there. But with like Mudshot it would. Like Mudshot into Earthquake. If you could maybe get Whiscash in on something else. How does Xatu do? Just at the crit. How does Dugong do? Dugong does pretty good as well. Assuming you can come in on like an Ice Beam. Which you're currently not coming in on. We're getting an Earthquake at the moment. What about this Magmar? Yeah, I might watch it. Let me pull up the link. Sorry, you've just that's just made me open up the feedback channel, Hendo. I've started to, yeah, that April person has pissed me off a little bit. Alright. Bum bum bum. Alright. Yeah, so premiere in 4 minutes, but it will be a couple minutes till it actually starts playing the video. I think I need Dugong anyway for this Altaria, right? Unless if Kabu can do it. No, it can't. So we're probably bringing Dugong for the Altaria. Yeah, it's gonna have something, Rob. Sorry to break it to you. What about this Magmar? Again, it kind of outspeeds everything. How does Tenta do? Pretty good. Sharpedo, do you kill? No. You can never switch in either. Surely have more stuff that outspeeds this. With like an extra level. Kabu speed ties. My Arcanine? Doesn't quite do it. How does Whiscash do? Oh, it's got Solar Beam. Whoopa. Whoopa. It's a Thunder Punch as well. Dude, my Donphan has just been coming to nothing in this gym. It's so cringe. I really thought he'd be doing better. Does it need to be Tenta? I mean, Tenta doesn't really do it, is the problem. Tender's a pretty good pivot on this Nidoqueen for Earthquake. I don't think I need that though. I could go Soft Sand Hitmonlee, right? Soft Sand Hitmonlee would pick up the Nidoqueen as long as I can get him in on like Flamethrower or Ice Beam and not Earthquake. I would need a pivot for that. Where's that ping come from? Oh. It's just fucking mush. Honestly, if I were to get the Altaria out first, I don't think I can though. Then I could like chain with Dugong. Alright, it's got 50 seconds, so I'll pull it up in a sec. Honestly, Breloom doesn't feel like it's doing much here. I'd love it if I could beat this Blissey with Blaziken. When do you get a normal fighting move? Not for ages, actually. Because I just take too much recoil if I try and kill it with Superpower. Maybe Hitmonlee? No. Doesn't quite pick up the Blissey. Even at 42. Although, I mean, you can take moves from it. Alright. Rutrow. Okay, BRB just needs to go into the good focus server and immediately dibs not Nixotica map. Alright, done. I feel like bringing all of... I need to... What's the right word? I need to, like, slot compress my fighting types a bit. Can I teach Rock Smash to Blaziken? Actually doesn't do it either. You're coming in on Thunderbolt, which is kind of no good at the moment. I mean, if I can come in on Ice Beam, then I will be fine to take an Ice Beam into Superpower Recall. Who would it be? It beats Rapidash for probably Heat Wave or Wild Charge. How good is Whisk? Could I bring Whiskash to this fight just in general? Like, is there anything that you can beat? You can beat the Nidoqueen, right? Wasn't that the case? Yeah, I can bring you for the Nidoqueen. So maybe if I have Whiskash for this first one, because it actually looks pretty good. So a case of like, that's Ninetales to 42. So Ninetales beating the Blossom, baiting Blissey for Thunderbolt, go Whiskash, bait Solar Beam. You could then go Chicken on Solar Beam, and then even with Recoil, I can always just Superpower. Even with a crit, I can always Superpower. And then it's Rapidash for probably random move, potentially including Solar Beam. But if I'm Oran and I don't crit, then it shouldn't be Solar Beam. We could maybe use Ninetales as a pivot. If we do get knocked into a completely random move, but otherwise it would be like a Whiskash as a pivot angle. We can get Solar Beam. How do we want to kill this Rapidash again? Yeah. Like, Tenta does pretty good. I have a 99.4% chance to 3 KO, which I don't mind that. The problem is, like, just hypnosis spam, right? What is hypnosis AI? How likely is it to click it at any given moment? It's just a +0 all the time. Okay. Except if it's got a quad super effective move, right? Or is it just super effective? Yeah, quad super effective. Do I even have a single Pokemon in my box that would bait that? Probably not, right? I don't see anything, no. Like, it's a case of, like, do we use Tenta or do we use Arcanine? I mean, Arcanine being 1-2 points slower is pain. My Type is just bad. Honestly, if I can finish it off with Ninetales, maybe. So if I... Like, Ninetales should 1v1 this. But I need to make sure that Ninetales doesn't come out of it, like, asleep or anything, right? So let's bring Tenta and assume that I can Tenta plus Ninetales my way through this Rapidash, and that should work. Right? And then Ninetales beats the Vileplume. The idea then on the second fight is lead Chicken, right? Who will always be able to Blaze Kick and a Quick Attack even if the Ancient Power boosts. Chicken then baits Nidoqueen and it should be just guaranteed Earthquake. At the moment I don't have this pivot. I need to get it to click. Whiscash you're only being used as a pivot on the previous fight, so I can pre-sleep you, actually. Sleep Cash. I need to sleep some other stuff as well. I need to sleep Tenta. And do I need to sleep Chicken? It's probably worth it, right? It's not necessary. But there's no harm. Okay. So Whiscash can be pre-slept, which means I can bring him into something like Flamethrower pretty safely. It would need to be Flamethrower though, really. Maybe I can get away with Poison Fang. It's just double crit would just fuck me. Same with Flamethrower though. There's nothing I can do about that. I mean, Hitmonlee gets super... Well, we could do Hitmonlee, couldn't we? We did think about this. But Hitmonlee would need a pivot to not come in an Earthquake, which I currently don't have. And we need a Dugong as well for the Altaria. So at this point now we don't have a pivot for this, pivot for the Thunderbolt on the Blissey. I mean, we could do like Hitmonlee though, right? Hitmonlee would beat Flamethrower or Solar Beam. Both of which Chicken can always come into. right? Well, max roll flamethrower crit. $82. Yeah. Again, let's assume I'm going to use... I mean, I can just not use chicken. No, I need chicken for... I need chicken anyway for the Tangler. I mean, let's say I do use Hitmonlee and just forget about the pivot right now. Who does Hitmonlee bait? Baits the Altaria for Aerial Ace, that's why, right? We should just go hard Dugong into... And then the Magma on my Dugong is what? Solar Beam or Heat Wave? That's pretty shite. What are we doing on this Magma? You just can't get Sharpedo even in. It's like turbo random move. Kind of depends what HP I'm on, but this looks really random. $70 plus 46 is 116. Yeah, I could do Tentacruel, but unfortunately I can't pre-sleep. Right? Because you're beating the Rapidash. So again, this is Blaziken. This currently doesn't have a Nidoqueen pivot, and I also don't have a Blissey pivot. I need a pivot for Earthquake, right? That can also be a Thunderbolt pivot. I guess Breloom kind of does that. Although Breloom is like just a super random move. Doesn't actually get me a much better move. I need to get Ice Beam or Flamethrower, not Poison Fang. I mean Donphan kinda. Yeah, Donphan gets you Ice Beam. And you would be this Thunderbolt pivot. What do you bait off the Blissey? Guaranteed Solar Beam, is that? No, because it doesn't have boosted. Let's check the Solar Beam AI again. I mean, we could pre-damage to make sure it's in kill range. It's only if it's ×4, yeah. So we could pre-damage Donphan, I guess, to like precisely, you know, this amount of HP for the first fight, come in on the Thunderbolt, bait Solar Beam, and then go chicken, right? Then you get the Ninetales, which you're trying to beat with Tentacruel. And then if you do need to finish it off, you can finish off with Ninetales and then kill the Vileplume, or you can finish off with any other way really, and then you just need to get Ninetales back in on the Vileplume, which you can basically always do. You just need Pecha. right? And then the second fight, it's Blazer can lead with like Chestoberry. Baits the Nidoqueen, going for Earthquake, right? Go Donphan, bait Ice Beam. Go Hitmonlee, kill with Soft Sand Earthquake. Then it's Altaria, go to Dugong and kill. And then it's Magmar. And we have Ninetales and Tentacruel basically to deal with the Magmar. Okay. I think this can do it. It's a little awkward. It's kind of a case of sleeping everything. And also a bit of pre-damage on Donphan. So Ninetales, Blaziken, Tenta, Hitmonlee, Dugong. How's my Dugong's XP, actually, looking at it? Ooh. You'll be alright, but you might not be able to use much after this. Do I have any items in my box that I need to have in my party instead? Have in my bag, because this is Gauntlet after all. Black glasses, let's get you off you. Charcoal, get off you as well. Okay, so I need to get Chicken to 41 and Donphan to 41 too. We get Head Smash. Interesting. I guess over Rock Slide, right? You want everything else too much. Okay. So for the first fight, you need Pecha on Ninetales. You need Oran on Chicken and to be slept. You need right. I need Donphan is the pivot, right? Donphan needs to be at the amount of HP which baits Solar Beam guaranteed, which is 79. Why are you Persim? That ain't right. And sleep you. Nice. Hitmonlee. Wait, so it's Donphan into Chicken. Chicken then baits the Rapidash, which we're using Tenta for. So we need to sleep Tenta. Oran. Then Dugong. You're only coming for the following fight. It doesn't really matter what you do. Let's just pre-sleep you in case and give you an Oranberry. And then Hitmonlee. Are you doing anything on this first fight? I don't think so, right? You're only coming for the Nidoqueen. You need to be pre-slept. I need to be soft sand, right? Right. I need to clear out my fucking item box. Sell some of this shit. More than just a feeling. Oh, I need to buy some Hyper Potions and stuff, actually. I can only have Moo Moo Milks. That's awesome. Okay. Alright. Cool. Gauntlet time. So we have 2 fights back to back. We can heal in between them, but once we start the first fight, we cannot leave until we've beaten both. Oh, I need to level up Ninetales. That was close. Okay. Do I need to level up Hitmonlee? I don't, right? Soft Sand. Yeah, you're fine. Alright, let's go in. Once you go over this ledge, there's no turning back. Alright. Lock in. Okay, so this thing's chlorophyll, but we actually just outspeed with my Ninetales at 42, 110 to 108 speed, which means we just outspeed and kill with Flamethrower. Ninetales might get a lot of XP in this gauntlet, because you are beating a couple things. Yeah, it's already a big chunk. Okay, this is always Thunderbolt, because it's highest damaging move. It cannot Solar Beam, because I have a resist to it. I don't want to come in with Thunderbolt into Thunderbolt and Blaziken, just because it's a little bit too much damage. So we're going to pivot through Donphan to get Solar Beam instead. Cool. This now gives us Solar Beam, so we go to Blaziken with pre-damage so that we show it the kill. So it's guaranteed Solar Beam for that reason. We'd like to see no crit, but crit shouldn't matter. We now outspeed and kill this thing with superpower. It'll do a shit ton of damage to us, but we were never dead to superpower recoil plus crit Solar Beam. We should get Oran Berry healing. Right? Yeah. So what am I in range of? I'm in range of Solar Beam. Never. Am I in range of Wild Charge? Only a little bit of the time. This is Heat Wave. Heat Wave always kills. So this is almost certainly Heat Wave. Which is probably the best case. Okay, we'd like to see no crits here. We have a super special... Ooh, ho, ho, okay. Are we dead to Wild Charge crit now? A couple of rolls, yeah. We need to get some damage down. Okay, this is now a little spooky. Okay. Because this doesn't see kill yet, it can still Solar Beam and it can still Hypnosis. What are the odds of doing it? So Wild Charge is just +0. Solar Beam is... Solar Beam is... +0 as well. And then Hypnosis is 50% chance of +2. So it's decently likely. Oh no, that's a risky AI. Hypnosis is +0 as well. So we're only dead to, like, are we dead to Solar Beam crit? Mostly not. We're only dead to if it picks Wild Charge and crits. We can also crit of our own. I think I need to stay in. I can't afford to have my Ninetales get slept. That's the problem. Because then I'm in huge trouble against the Vileplume. Okay, there you go. Nice. So we can just take this kill now. This will be Giga Drain or Sludge Bomb on the switch to Ninetales. Why did I go on Ninetales? Please tell me I went Chesto. Oh, I'm Petra. I need to take the switch now then, right? Wait, no. Because I can't get him. Wait, I needed to go Chesto. I don't know what I was doing. I need to find a pivot. 1 second. Is it ever Hitmonlee? I'm dead to Heatwave crit. But is it ever Heatwave? It shouldn't be, right? It should be Wild Charge, Solar Beam, or Hypnosis. So I can definitely do a Hitmonlee pivot. Ninetales will kill even after 2 more ticks of leftovers. That was Hypnosis, right? I wasn't looking, but it should have been. Okay, this is now always Heat Wave or Solar Beam sometimes. That's a crit, that doesn't matter. We outspeed this thing and we should kill with Flamethrower. It does 36% minimum. Nice. Okay, and now we just outspeed the Vileplume in the back. And kill again. Okay, nice. So, Triathlete Geraldine, we need to lead Blaziken at full HP. So let's get this guy healed up. Blaziken needs a Chesto Berry. Blaziken then baits Earthquake, which we then use a Donphan pivot for. So we just need Donphan to be, yeah, fully healed up. Okay. To then get Ice Beam and go to Hitmonlee, who needs Soft Sand. Yep. Who will then outspeed and kill the Nidoqueen. Fed up of Gen 4. Oh, Gen 3 AI, even though like there's random Solar Beam bullshit, it's so much like easier to control. Gen 4 AI, there's something about it, man, where it's so brutal to control the Gen 4 AI. There's so much going on. Even like it's like the things like Gen 5 was the start of them making it a lot simpler. Like Gen 5 AI is basically, well, Gen 5 AI is basically highest damaging move or try to set up. You know? Everything is an edge case in Gen 4, yeah. Whereas there's so much less edge cases in Gen 5, I think. It's mostly just bugs plus, oh, if I have a setup move, use it. That's the stupid thing about Gen 5. I just love setting up. Are you continuing that run that you got past Rourke, Bruce? Or what are you doing with that? Because I know you did beat Rourke, but it kind of wrecked your team. What are we doing? You're beating the Nidoqueen, this baits that, and you just go this. And then we need both Tentacruel and Ninetales for the Magmar. And I probably need Chesto on both. Not Chesto, Cherry on both because of Thunder Punch power. I wish I could have pre-slept. The Galactic Double's coming up. Good shit, good shit. Well, like the Mars and stuff. I don't know. I've seen some clips from Mars. The level advantage, honestly, like, yeah, with the level advantage, it looks relatively doable, depending on box, obviously. Like, I saw a clip, I saw like a short that Squirk made, and he was like level 25, 26 on most of his mons. And like the team is at like level 19, 20, so like you've got such a huge level advantage. Yeah, Forest. Oh, I think a lot of the trainers in the Forest are dodgeable, no? But Gym is permanent rain or something, isn't it? Looks really rough. So it's Cherry. What do I want on Dugong? Are you usable at all on the Magmar? You're not, right? Oh, you're 1 speed point slower too. Yeah, just go Oran then. I do not know where this fight is. Item check. Chesto, Oran, Soft Sand. Yeah, all good. Okay, it's here. Good to know. Bum 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 ba da dum bum. Okay, so we're slower than this Tangler, but it can't really do anything to us. It can't Solar Beam because I have a resist, even though Solar Beam is its highest damaging move. So this thing will be Ancient Power or HP Fire, or Sleep Powder. I think it, depending on how the air works, it might even be just guaranteed Sleep Powder. I don't know, but we're just gonna go for Blaze Kick. Well, there's a Sleep Powder, so maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. But Solar Beam's highest damaging move, but because I resist it, it physically cannot click it. It's very weird. Basically because, yeah, if you have a resist, it's -2 to the AI score, which is a more of a minus to the AI score than just literally not being the highest damaging move. That's just -1. So this is always Earthquake onto my Blaziken. We're gonna go. This is our Donphan pivot. You're literally just here to be a Battle Armor Mon that can pivot on a couple of hits, and that's all. You get Ice Beam. So which means we're going to Hitmonlee. This Hitmonlee is unbelievably fucking strong. It's plus attack, 31 attack nature, 31 attack IV. On off base 120, which means like non-stab Earthquake just kills this Nidoqueen. Crazy. Unbelievably strong. Okay, this is Aerial Ace. I'm pretty sure. Doesn't actually matter. We completely just hardwall this, but yeah, it's like Aerial Ace. Dugong has no problem at all. Nice damage, bro. And we got Ice Beam. Unfortunately, we're not Thick Fat. Thick Fat would be really helpful in this position. We're also minus Spadef nature, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're naive. Which means we're really, really fast, but it means we get kind of schmixed by this Magmar. This is a bit scary because it doesn't see kill. This is Heat Wave or Cross Chop or Solar Beam. It could just be any of them. What that means, though, is the best switch is Tenta right now. Because Thunder Punch is the one move that you don't want to switch into. There's Solar Beam. It's probably the best case, I think. Oh, it's actually worst case. Interesting. It does more damage than Heat Wave and Cross Drop. We're just going to get some Sludge Bomb damage down. And then evaluate from there. Okay, Solar Beamed again. I'm never dead to Solar Beam crit. I'm never dead to anything but Thunder Punch crit. And it is 50-50 to click Thunder Punch. We can go Ninetales here, and we should be able to get 2 flamethrowers off. So I think we just go Ninetales. Ninetales is getting pretty high on XP. We have we have Arcanine and Blaziken for the rest of the gym, but we will lose Ninetales. This thing's Flame Body. We should 2-shot from here pretty comfortably. Very comfortably. Yeah, that's the cross chop. Highest damaging move, but it is also got high crit AI, which is what's a little scary about cross chop. And now we kill. Alright, good shit, Cube of Max. Cool. Gauntlet, or back-to-back, or whatever you want to call it, complete. So, Bruce, next week, if you beat Holy Dynasty, we get to play you, apparently. This is what I've been told. Maybe misinformation. But if you win that match, we get to play you. So lock the fuck in. Correct info? Idol would never be wrong, would he? You're going to DreamHack. Oh, never mind then. I think Idol's a DreamHack as well, right? He's playing. We can actually beat this Dugtrio with a couple of things. I don't really want to use Ninetales though. It's the only thing that outspeeds. That's what's awkward. And kills. And I don't want to use it because of XP. How do I beat this otherwise then? Well, I wouldn't... It's only a potential matchup because you do have to lock in for the Holy Dynasty and they look pretty good. And 2, I don't know how hard we're planning on training. I, for one, am not that fussed about training hard. Ugh. Had a look at the maps. Yeah, we watched the video when it came out. And I instantly sent a message being like, Dib's not an Exotica map. Like, I don't mind playing the Casitas map. It looks a little wonky, but like, honestly, playable. We could use Spinder for this Dugtrio. We're never dead to Earthquake. Spinder time. Alright, Spinder baits a Viper, going for... kind of random move, but it's only a Viper, right? How bad can it be? Okay, it does kill me with Earthquake. Boring is fine. I'll take Boring all fucking day at this point. You know? This Viper does kind of a lot of damage. Especially because I'm kind of coming in on random move. Stay where you are. You drown in troubled waters and love. Stay, hero. Where's my Don fan? Do you just die to Solar Beam? Bro, your minus Spinef nature is so painful. Why is this Viper this hard to beat? This is not fun. I would say that this is guaranteed Poison Tail, but it's not. It's Poison Tail or Solar Beam. My stream overlays, so I made my Streamlay overlays all by myself. Every single one I've made by myself in Canva. Like fully working out all like the boxes and the dimensions for everything. Yeah, all done by myself. The only thing I did yoink was like the design stuff in the back, which is basically just one of the default. Well, I say default, but it's a pattern design that's in Canva. Like, it's just one that you can use. So yeah, it's not particularly yoinked. Only like the design of it, but I did make it all myself, and it's a complete ball ache. Not to push you away from doing it, but it is a little bit. But although I will say, with each one I've had to sort of make, because I've wanted to adjust something, it's gotten a lot easier, right? It's just about learning like the dimensions of all the different elements that you want on your screen, right? And being able to like kind of do the maths with how big you can make them, right? Doing some PK streams? Hell yeah. I have this personal problem, right, where like I want to stream, and you might find this as well yourself, where like I want to stream and I will end up streaming most days where I'm not playing. I end up streaming where I'm not, most days where I'm not at my girlfriend's or with my girlfriend. What that means is I have no time to watch anyone's streams. It's so annoying. Like, I'd love to, like, you know, watch some Peach Owl, or, you know, I like it for you, for instance, like PK. I would definitely, like, check in and watch it. But, like, if I'm streaming and then I'm playing and then I'm at my girlfriend's, it's like, ugh, I just don't have any fucking time. It's so annoying. I think I remember, it's a similar thing. I think I remember Peach Owl said it when he first started playing the Drizzy Glizzy. It was like, you know, other people are playing Drizzy Glizzy at the same time as me. Or people weren't playing it, and then he couldn't watch or anything. Yeah. Bit annoying. But I mean, if I'm not like playing, if I'm avoiding the girlfriend issue, yeah. Dude, that's the solution to the problem, isn't it? Yeah. How do I beat this Dougie? Like, correctly. What's the right way to beat this Dougie, I should be asking. How does Pillorswine do? Pillorswine does really well. Maybe I can use Pillorswine. How's Pillorswine's XP, actually? Pretty good. It's okay. I can use it. Pillorswine will bait Surviper for Flamethrower or Solar Beam, even if I do get crit by Earthquake, because I'm bulky enough. Flamethrower or Solar Beam is maybe... I can do stuff with that? Like, I could do Blazer Kick on that, right? And kill with Blaze Kick. Ah, found it. Okay. This then baits Dodrio, right? Yeah, for Drill Peck. This just looks like a Don Fan angle. No. We actually have Head Smash now, so we can put that in. This thing has Tri-Attack. I need to be kind of be aware of that. We'll pre-sleep, I guess. Head Smash. Get in the calc. But if you want any... like resources, like files on OBS or anything like that, give me files on OBS, files on Canva, whatever. Just give me a ping, and if I can help out, I will. Because I'd like to see it. I will absolutely try and check in. Because if you're going to stick with it, then I can live vicariously through your streams, you know? One thing that I'm looking at changing a little bit about mine, I want a bit more moving in the background. Like I've got to put a couple of elements that move in, just so that there's a little bit of movement on the screen. But I want it to be a bit more. Like maybe if like the whole color thing in the background like shifts or something, like that's one thing I would change. Not that anyone asked, but... Oh, you're on another trip, are you, for work? Head Smash, like, I can definitely do this. Like, this is fine. It's then just Rapidash, right? This Rapidash looks a little spooky. Especially with it being random move. Well, it won't be wild charge at least, so I could do a Gyarados pivot. Right? To get wild charge. But then what do I actually want to kill this with? This Rapidash is kind of a problem. You bait wild charge. I can like do a couple of intimidate pivots with Gyarados. I don't really like using Tenta for this. How does Ninetales do? Oh, Drill Run does so much. I want to see Sharpedo nearly gets there. And I can come in on a Drill Run. I would just need a little bit of chip. Like, and really not very much, because Drill Run should proc Rough Skin as well. I would need to get a Drill Run though. That's kind of the problem. I mean, Tenta can get it, right? I would need to get an Overheat somehow though. Which I don't know how I do. As Wild Charge was out coming out of the Donphan, it just Solar Beam or Overheat. Which is rough. How much is Rough Skin damage in Gen 3? I always forget. Isn't it the weird one where it's like kind of like a percentage of the damage done? Or is it like 1/16? Is that what I'm reading right now? It's 1/16. So that wouldn't be enough chip. How does Spinder do? Can Spinder come into random move? No, super not. Well, I can come into a wild charge. Oh, we can come into a wild charge, right? And bait Overheat. We can also come into a Drill Run. This Fake Out would give me the chip needed. So at the moment it's Overheat or Solar Beam. Go Tenta, bait Drill Run. Go Spinder, Fake Out. This is another Overheat. Go Tenta. And then it's Drill Run. Go Sharpedo and kill. Okay. My Medusa. Okay. So Oran on Pillow. Pillar Swine baits Flamethrower or Solar Beam out of this Viper, right? You then go Oran, Blaziken. It's then pre-sleep my Donphan and Oran, and then Oran Tenta. I'm gonna go Roast Spinder, and then We'll go raw Sharpedo too. Has my Sharpedo XP? Bit close, but I shouldn't get too much from this because you're basically splitting a bunch of the Rapidash XP. Okay. Okay, it's here. And then I think it's this one. Yep. How many more fights are there left in this fucking place after this? Only 3. Okay. This is EQ. We are actually really nicely bulky. We're plus defense, which is why. We kill with Ice Beam. The nice thing about using this for it is the fact that like it can take an EQ pretty comfortably, which is also the right move to want to be able to take because Rock Slide and flinch and stuff, which is scary. This should be Flamethrower or Solar Beam. I think both kill, right? Yeah, comfortably. We then go Blaziken and kill with Blaze Kick. Okay. This is Dojo for Drill Peck. So we just beat this with Donphan, like we'll do a lot of times during this run. We're pre-slept because of Tri-Attack status bullshit. We have Head Smash now. Very fun. Okay, we'll get Auron Berry, and then we should be in range of only Overheat or Solar Beam. And Drill Run crit AI can't happen because it sees kill. This is Overheat or Solar Beam. We go Tenta. Honestly, Overheat already would be good. Yeah. Is this enough chip already? Not quite. It just did 26, which means it took, I think, 8 recoil, so 103. We'll stick with the plan. This is Drill Run. This thing takes it like a champ. Good mon. Love me my Spinder. Okay, this should be Overheat. Potentially Solar Beam if we're not in range, which we are never by 1 HP. This could be Solar Beam on this turn again. Yep. Again, that's because I'm not showing it a resist with Spinder, which is why I can go for the not highest damaging move. And now this is always Drill Run. Wait, no, this could Solar Beam. Fuck. This can Solar Beam. Yeah. Because I don't resist it. This is Drill Run or Solar Beam. I need to get some more chip on Tenta. I've got to do this again. I've got to go Spinder and back into Tenta. On another Overheat or Solar Beam. That will put me in range of Drill Run. Although if a crit comes out, then that's a bit spooky. Please Solar Beam just to prove me right. Fuck. Piece of shit. Okay, I think we've done enough chip damage at this point. Honestly, we could kill this with something else by this point. I don't think Tenta has got the damage. Just 39% min, like that's never enough. Can my chicken come into this? I only have 95 HP. I think I'm dead to overheat crit. I am. I've got to go Tenta. Okay. Don't crit. Cool. So this is now always drill run because we're in range. Honestly, I could even just kill. I think it's a bit close for comfort though. So we're going to do the existing play. Yep. We always live drill run. Like I said, we always live drill run. Jesus Christ. And Rough Skin would have given us the chip, but we didn't need that chip. End up fucking... Okay, it's Roast. Thank God I went Roast. Wait, Oran. Oh, I did go Roast. Pfft. I don't think I would have taken the damage anyway, but... I forgot Ancient Power is a contact move in this gen. That's so weird. That's so hard to remember. Doesn't seem like a contact move. And it's not in later gens. Alright. Danielle, we've got time for this, I think. Slowbro, Clefable, Manetric, Flareon. Bit of a weird fire-type gym trainer. Pikachu doesn't kill with Thunderbolt. Come on, man. What are you doing? So what am I doing on this then? Is it Crawdaunt maybe? I do 2-hit KO. Yeah. Crawdaunt, Bates, Flareon. Should be Solar Beam. Because I'm Shell Armor, so I'll always be in range of Solar Beam and nothing else. How do I want to kill this thing? Blaziken doesn't do it. Does my Hitmonlee do it? God, my Hitmonlee does it as well. Crazy, bro. $74, 23, 33. Yeah, I can do this with Hitmonlee. Hitmonlee, then Bates. Clef. I assume Chicken can always do this. Yeah, Chicken does this. Which is then Manetric. This is surely just a Whiscash angle. Yeah. Alright. Pretty comfy. We can even XP dump. Let's go Tenta back up. This is a nice chill break, this fight. How's Crawdaunt XP? I'm probably gonna overlevel. I will overlevel, but you're never coming to Flannery. It should be alright. Blaziken, Whiscash. Where's Whiscash? No. And Tenta will then XP dump Rhyhorn. Okay, so Crawdaunt, you're having flamethrowers aimed at you, right? So you need a Roast. Then Crawdaunt is baiting Solar Beam, so we just go Hitmonlee with Oranberry. Then Chicken just needs to be pre-slept, right? And then Minetric. Do we just kill with Whiskash? We should, right? Yeah, we're adamant. Easy clap. I might just do this one fast because this is not a very hard fight. Famous last words. Ah, fuck. Fucked up the puzzle. Alright. 2-shot with Crunch. This is Flareon for Solar Beam. Also, that was like... Oh, yeah. I was wondering, why is that no XP? It's because we XP dumped, didn't we? Solar Beam. We outspeed and kill with Earthquake. This is Clefable. Do we actually just kill this too? We do. We could just take the kill. I want to give it to Chicken now. And now Whiskash. Nice. Cool. We can do it one more then. As long as this one's not too bad. The one after this is Expert Keegan, which is... So there's 2 trainers left before Flannery, but the one after this, Expert Keegan, is like crazy fucking difficult. One of the hardest fights in the game, just full stop. So we're not going to do that one tonight. We'll have to properly prep that one. But this one, I think, should be doable. I can probably... Could I overlevel my Golem by killing the using it to kill the Torkoal? Ooh, can I just use... Oh, I can't. Really? Going an extra level doesn't get you that range. Don fan, man. You suck. Does this thing have anything scary this fight? Not really. Like, Tropius should be handled by... Oh, it's Chlorophyll, isn't it? We could do Ninetales. Do you have the XP for this? Yeah, you should be. We could probably do Ninetales. Chicken actually outspeeds too. Nidoking. Hitmonlee with Soft Sand can do the Nidoking. I just need to knock him in on Earthquake. The Slowking. How does my Crawdaunt do? Would I need Crawdaunt for Expert Keegan? Probably not. Probably not. But you can definitely beat the Slowking. It'd be nice if I can get you in on a Psychic too. So now I just need to think about this Torkoal again. How do I want to do this Torkoal? Donphan's just dead, man. How does Blastoise Water Spout? Not even close. Kabutops, just at the Solar Beam. Dude, Torkoals are so annoying in this gen. Like, it's only weak to physical moves in the sun. So, like, it's actually just so brutal to beat with its defense stat and shit. I mean, it might be a case of just using Golem. I'm not bringing Golem to Flannery, and I don't think I'm beating... Nah, Golem's never coming to Expert Keegan either. Nah, no shot. Let's just use Golem. Let him overlevel. So it's Head Smash, right? Which then puts us... Gives us Slowking going for Ice Beam. We just go Crawdaunt, pre-slept. And then 2-shot this with X-Scissors. Right? This then gives us Nidoking for, unfortunately, Megahorn. I mean, if I can get Psychic from this Slowking, which I probably can with Blaziken. So if I do like if I pivot Blaziken on Ice Beam, I should get Psychic, which means I can get Crawdaunt for free. And then I've got enough HP to always be baiting Megahorn from the Nidoking. And my Hitmonlee can come in on Megahorn. There you go. And then its Tropius on my Hitmonlee, which should be going for Air Slash, because it should see the kill. Although if my Hitmonlee takes a Mega Horn crit, then I will be baiting random move. I could be baiting Solar Beam, but it shouldn't matter. What if I'm baiting Earthquake? I could be baiting Earthquake. I need a pivot for that in case then, right? So what can come into basically any of this guy's moves and bait something consistent? Like Gara? Gara would bait nothing, everything but Earthquake, which is what Ninetales needs to switch in, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. I can definitely go 42 on everything at this point. I'm still 40 on Gyarados. Did not use him as much as I thought I would, but I've got a really shit Gyarados, so kind of makes sense. Oran, I need to pre-sleep Chicken. Hey, what is Chicken doing in this fight again? Oh, nothing. He's actually just being here as he's just here as a pivot. Okay. Sleep him. Crawdaunt needs to be slept as well. With Rawsberry. We need Soft Sand on Hitmonlee. I think he already has it, right? No, he's got Horan. You're coming into a Mega Horn, but we might as well sleep him. Gyarados, you're just pivoting. And then Ninetales, like, there's nothing that's scary that this thing can do, right? The Tropius, so just Oran. Cool. Pokemaniac Axle. I do outspeed this Torkoal, right? Yeah. Easy, yeah, easy. I have a really good IVs on this Golem, actually. It's pretty fast. Yeah, Head Smash. Okay, that's Golem over-leveled. We have to switch him out. Okay, this should be Ice Beam. Yeah, always Ice Beam. Go Blaziken. This is Psychic. My Crawdaunt's going to overlevel as well. Not necessarily on this Slowking, because I've split the XP quite a lot. But I imagine I'll overlevel on the next one. I was Roast in case of burn there. Okay, I am overleveled here. Okay, this is Mega Horn. I want to see my Gara completely fucking walls this. Wait, shit. I was supposed to go Hitmonlee on that. Fuck. Okay. Awkward. This is Ice Beam Fire Blast. Can I Nidoking? Can I come into a Fire Blast? I can. Yeah, Hitmonlee's safe on this thing. Jeepers shouldn't be making that kind of mistake. It just seems so logical to go to Gyarados on the Megahorn in the moment, you know. Nice. And now it's just Tropius. This should be guaranteed air slash from here. We can just go Ninetales, we outspeed and kill. Don't need to intimidate this thing or anything. It's a minus speed Tropius, which is why it's super duper slow. My Ninetales isn't going to overlevel, is it? Nah. I think I need my Ninetales for Flannery, so I might not be able to use them on Keegan. Cool. Yeah, no, probably can't use them on Keegan, can I? 872. I'd have to XP dump, which just isn't happening. Anyway, cool. Still deathless. Good to see, good to see. I think I'll be back tomorrow to play some more. Got a free night, so might as well. But yeah. Only a short one today. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I need to run. I need to get some sleep. And have a good night.